Middlesex High School where I grew up, and it's over there in the background. It's over there. Yeah, so this video is about Do You, basically what it means to me and what the lyrics really mean. At the time, I had a little bit of issue at work, feeling underappreciated, feeling like I was producing more than I was actually being compensated for. So I just kind of had enough, coming to a boiling point where I need to get this off my chest. Otherwise I was just gonna be out, and so I did. I let it be known what I was feeling, and it worked out to my benefit, and that's something I learned from. So the song starts, hard times make me cross lines, make me air out when I'm confined, because I just felt so boxed in. I felt like I needed to say something to get it off my chest. And if I had to make a move, I might have to leave the company, that sort of thing. But that's kind of what I was feeling, with a peace sign without an index, which is just the middle finger. Because that's how I felt about it right then and there. As the song continues, I talk about knowing your worth. You don't have to be nice at the math to calculate it. And I think that's very true. Again, for what I was talking about before, sometimes you're undervalued and you know that, and you're underappreciated, and you need to say something, or else it won't just necessarily change without you speaking up and others knowing what's on your mind. And as I continue with the towards the chorus, I just go on to say, I can see from a bird's eye, you got it like that, you're awesome, and just because somebody else doesn't see doesn't mean that you can't say so. And otherwise, do you, as the chorus starts. Like, that's what life to me is about, like doing what makes you happy. Do you? Because not everybody else is gonna have your best interest in mind and make you happy. And as the second verse starts, don't be like me, 35 and contemplating, all this focus, all this stack until I make it. I felt like I got into my life a little later in life, if that makes any sense. I feel like I started things later, although it's just my path, I guess. But I think about it sometimes like that, and I don't overthink it, but it's in the back of my mind, like, what if I was just a little more focused on what was important to me and following my passions as opposed to what sounded good or what other people thought was best for me at the time. Don't be like me. Don't be 35 and not have everything figured out, although I have a lot of it figured out, but I want to do music, not necessarily physical therapy, so I found that late. Fortunately, I have a backup plan, but it's not ideal. I wish I would have started focusing on music way earlier in life, and not concentrating on making money so much as to just be happy. It's never enough when it's money you lust, and personally, I really believe that. I feel like no matter how much you chase that money, there's going to be more money you're going to want, and it's not really a healthy way of looking at things unless it's really what makes you happy. And for me, it's not necessarily how much money I have, although I respect how much money I need for retirement and how much I need to save and investing my cash properly and stuff like that. But time's invaluable, and you don't really get you don't get it back. So it's important to me to be happy and to spend that time with people, and to be happy with people, to share my experiences with people that will improve my life, not necessarily to spend my time on making money. And then ultimately, what I want the listening to absorb is, all the things I'm telling you, you either take for granted or not, but if you actually listen, it's probably going to benefit you. And so if I were to summarize the overall theme of Do You, it's number one, put yourself first and foremost, whether it's professionally, certainly, as it pertains to your personal life. I guess it depends. And then, don't let money be everything. It's important to make it, but it's not the end all be all to being happy, right? And then, ultimately, do you make decisions that make you the happiest, and be okay with that, even when they don't go right, because there's always something to be learned from your mistakes, right? If you never make a mistake in life, that'd be impossible, I would think, but I guess you wouldn't have anything to learn. But we learn from our mistakes. So that's Do You, and I hope you enjoyed the song, and I hope you see where I'm coming from when it comes to the lyrics and that sort of thing. I don't like to BS my music or just make stuff up or thoroughly embellish. Sometimes I'll embellish, but overall I think it's a meaningful song to me and to somebody that listens to it. And if you like it and my other content, as always, like, subscribe, share, comment, etc. I appreciate you being on this journey with me, and at the end of this journey, we'll have an album that will, make sense to you and I, and hopefully be a good listen. So with that, I'm signing out. Cano.